What up, fuck?
I ain't gonna lie, gang. Respect cut.
DJ Flip, make the money flip.
Man, who the fuck is DDG? Who's Cub? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Man, who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG?
DDG, walk inside the club, you still gon' need ID. Started on that side, now you cross the boy like CP3. Though we having motion, making $1 million off a kick. You know AB that made $1 million off your beat. Who is you? Took another bitch from Madam 22. Tell the truth, you used to cut them hoes. You don't set them through. I was always told, don't let a nigga get the best of me. Quick to give a nigga pop quiz if he testing me.
Who the fuck is DDG? Who's Cub? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Man, who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Hold on, man, I'm something like a savage. The metal say on me, man, I'm something like a magnet. Couple of these shots will give you something to imagine. When I'm in the fit, I'm out sliding like a lag. You can tell from the group name that y'all all cap. Walk like a big dog, but nigga, you a small cat. Baby, ho, you lost, I bet I can get them all back. You hit my hoe, I hit your hoe. Nigga, these is all flat. Nigga, I'm clowning. Every time I see you, man, you're always frowning. I don't wanna be around. Safety in the air, but the boys stay grinding. They ask what my money dirty, motherfucker, I found it. Who the fuck is DDG? Who's Cub? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Man, who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG?
Man, who the fuck is COB? $250,000 on a new AP. 10 years relevant and still ain't peak. I'm the hottest nigga out, bitch, I need AC. AB stomach fat, he can't see his meat. Yeah, Dean cut his hair just to look like me. Neither one of y'all niggas finna be Ali. Neither one of y'all niggas give my hoes wallahi. What the fuck? Made it out the yak, hard work wasn't luck. Every bad bitch round me getting fucked. Nigga, I'm a stoner, if it's smoke, I don't duck. Pockets fat as fuck, just like AB.
Who the fuck is DDG? Who's Cub? Who the fuck is DDG? Who the fuck is DDG? Who's that? Who the fuck is DDG? Man, who the fuck is DDG? Who's that?
Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. It's another Free Smoke Friday, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. All y'all slow-ass Aborigines, all y'all Moors, all y'all Muslim, Christian, Hebrews, all you dumbass FBAs, all the dummies pop in, man. That's where we get free smoke in, man. We ain't going to hesitate. Y'all niggas ain't going to keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it 10 times 100, man. Keep it 100, dog. Let's get right into it, man. Let's get straight to the heat, man. It's free smoke. Kitchen live fast.
He very dependent. I sold the bridges to feed my dependence. The life I'm depicting, I really live it. I get 100%, I know pennies. I'm in the trap and some blue and white pennies. He not 100, he lying, y'all. I pop the seal and I drink it all. I roll it up and I smoke it all. I find it growing by it all. Where I'm from ain't no hope at all. Where I'm from ain't no hope at all. He not 100, he lying, y'all. He not 100, he lying, y'all. If they seen a kilo, they'll probably get nervous. I took a bell and I made myself flourish. Look at Lil' Mama, her body so perfect. Just like the counter, we take that money and we burn it. It's different for us, we had to go and earn it. I stay where I see them niggas lurk. I stay where I see them niggas lurk. I stay where I see them niggas scheming. Ran on that bed, but I thought I was dreaming. That money dirty, so I gotta clean it. That money filthy, so I gotta wash it. Can't let a pussy nigga run my pocket. Can't let a sucker nigga come and stop me. Can't let a hate nigga come and pop me. Post taking pictures, they love me. Niggas I grew up with acting funny. I never go and change for the money, and I'll never let you come and take it from me. Feds locked me up in the ass, was it worth it? I looked at them and said, damn, like it's worth it. I hit the moon rocks, now I'm not an earthling. Up early trapping when them birds are chirping. I'm riding around and I'm serving. I close a little nigga curtain at a label, I'm independent. Me and Lil' Mama similar, we independent. He not a boss on his label, he very dependent. I sold the bridges to feed my dependence. The life I'm depicting, I really live it. I get 100%, I know pennies. I'm in the trap and some blue and white pennies. He not 100, he lying, y'all. I pop the seal and I drink it all. I roll it up and I smoke it all. I find the growing by it all. Where I'm from ain't no hope at all. Where I'm from ain't no hope at all. He not 100, he lying, y'all. He not 100, he lying, y'all. He not 100, he feeling. I'm rockin' Louis to Christian. I'm counting dead people watching television. Somebody stealing his 20 grand missing. When I catch him, I'ma cut off his hand. Come get some work and join the clan. You need some work, consider man. Come here, little shawty, come fuck the man. Now he a boss with a CEO. He not an OG, he just a hoe. No, he not real, he a facade. He wear that real nigga camouflage. He got that street nigga starter key. If I started, I'ma finish it. I seen the judge give my nigga 40. Hit the gavel, then sentence him. We the shit, nigga, where you been? We let an 18-wheeler bring him in. I seen the feds take my partner in. Then they gather around and rubbed it in. If he could have do it all again. We done seen the walls falling in. Always working, never calling in. Always working, never calling in. Ain't got a label, I'm independent. Me and Lil' Mama similar, we independent. He not a boss on his label, he very dependent. I sold the bridges to feed my dependence. The life I'm depicting, I really live it. I get 100%, not no pennies. I'm in the trap and some blue and white pennies. He not 100, he lying, y'all. I pop the seal and I drink it all. I roll it up and I smoke it all.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We got all the family in the building. Salute. Everybody's in the building, man. We gotta get to the rest of this intro, but y'all already know the vibes. Man, make sure y'all thumb up the video, man. Can we get y'all to thumb up the video? Yeah, man. Salute to the real ones that's in the building, rocking out with your brother, man. Y'all already know how we coming. We got a lot more heat to get into. We got a lot more jammy jams to break down. We got the free smoke. Section. So don't get it twisted. Make sure y'all thumb up the video. The link is in the chat. All topics is welcome. Don't hesitate. Don't be scared. Don't be no buster. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all got to pop out at some point in time. You see what I'm saying? Don't be no buster. That's all I'm asking y'all. So make sure y'all come on through. You see what I'm saying? And let's get right into it. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. You already know the vibes, man. Let's get right into
it. Swiping cards and stacking chips. I saw your second ships. Left me standing in the pouring rain. Now I bought a heavy diamond chain. My pocket's getting thicker. The watch is moving quicker. Money talk is much louder now, but I can't sleep through the night. Can't sleep through the night. Still seeing your face in the glass. Why do you call when you're short on cash? Can't sleep through the night. I'm losing my mind tonight. Bankrolls on the table. Watching local cable. Hating that I'm able. Hating that I'm able. Plastic smiles on Sunset Boulevard. Living fast and playing every card. Broken hearts and bitter bills. Swallowing these jagged little pills. Your messages are flooding in. Thinking that you're gonna win. I just let the rubber band snap. But I can't sleep through the night. Can't sleep through the night. Still seeing your face in the glass. Why do you call when you're short on cash? Can't sleep through the night. I'm losing my mind tonight. Gold rings on my fingers. Still your perfume lingers. Empty bottles and bigger banks. Giving nobody any thanks. Not the money. Not the fame. Not the jewelry. But I can't sleep through the night. Can't sleep through the night. Still seeing your face in the glass. Why do you call when you're short on cash? Can't sleep through the night. I'm losing my mind tonight. Bankrolls on the table. Watching local cable. Hating that I'm able. Hating that I'm able.
Hey man, Cali got a new sound out there right now, man. I'm liking the new Cali sound. I'm liking the 70s trap hood music. That shit hit different. And it's not AI. You feel what I'm saying? It's not AI. You feel me? That's one of the most important things that I like. But man, let's get right back into some more of this, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power.
Hey, because the cops is watching, the streets is talking, your hoes is unfaithful, your family ungrateful, your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers, and everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. And this is and this This one here is just to verify the fact that I'm a motherfucking act. This one here is just to verify the fact that I got lights on my back. This one here is just to verify the fact that the war is back. I'm slick as I wanna be hustler. Gonna be rich till I'm gone. Gonna keep spitting this shit for them hustlers. Gonna keep living this shit. I'm gutless, bet I'm gonna reach this when I'm gonna defeat this while I'm here. Gonna keep beating this street shit in your ear. Gonna speak for every single street this year. My shit beating every Jeep on every street this year. With the F, baby, y'all niggas can have a busy. I'm the Birdman Junior. I'm a man to another man. To a bitch, I'm a pimp in the whip. I'm 100 grand. And in the streets, I'm a money man. And I'm 100 with the streets. I get money in the streets like 100 men. 100 proof in my other hand. If ever falls, spring back like a rubber band. What I'm saying is, watching the streets is talking. Your hoes is unfaithful. Your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal. Your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. The cops is watching, streets is talking. Hoes unfaithful. Your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal. Your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. Got me rolling with my dick in my hand. And these niggas got me rolling with my clip on my hip. But this is my land, so brick don't trip. Cause K's don't jam and a nigga don't miss. They telling me I'm the shit like a nigga don't piss. But nigga don't slip cause I kill a punk bitch. Word up. And I don't affiliate with niggas on love. Need your bitches just money and drugs, nigga. Leave your bitches your money and drugs, nigga. 3 to your wisdom, 5 more to your mug, nigga. How many more do you love, nigga? Cause I got plenty more to give out. I ain't never been on my streets. Ask your reverend about me, I'm the young god. Aim the shotgun at your frame and bust for. Brain and guts leaking the drain and such for. Bring you up, get the fuck forward, fuck forward. Cops is watching, the streets is talking. Your hoes is unfaithful, your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. The cops is watching, streets is talking. Hoes unfaithful, your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that I'm a motherfucking man, so respect me as one. Or the technique, yeah, son, the technique, yeah, son. Put your fucking chest beneath, yeah, son. Look up, and bleep, yeah, son. Nigga tryna see his grandson, and we got niggas in a pen tryna see me with a Grammy. Wanna be me and don't even understand me. Couldn't see me even if you were standing with me. I'm that damn convincing, not invisible. That man's invincible and advance a little. Through to the pine, my niggas call me Little Russell Crowe for my beautiful mind. Yeah. I let you do the time, I do the grind. When the crowd call my name, I bring my crew to the line. Nigga, that's SQ and we fine, nigga. That's SQ and we fine, nigga. The cops is watching, the streets is talking. Your hoes is unfaithful, your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. The cops is watching, streets is talking. Hoes unfaithful, your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. The cops is watching, the streets is talking. Your hoes is unfaithful, your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. The cops is watching, streets is talking. Hoes unfaithful, your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal, your niggas ain't lawyers. And everybody saw you and ain't that a bitch. Ha, with some F, baby, for you.
Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Hey, we got one more intro we're going to get through. We're going to open up the panel already open. Y'all just some scary butts in the chat. I'm going to come over here and bang on y'all for the night. Tomorrow we're going to do TikTok. I ain't been nowhere live in a minute. I did a couple brief little lives earlier. But I want the smoke today. I mean, all topics are welcome. All builds. It could either be a build. It could either be a build or it could be a debate. Either one. All topics is welcome. You see what I'm saying? But listen, man, let's get it.
Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue, I lead blow on these beats. Got diarrhea flow, man, I shit on niggas. Even when I'm constipated, I still shit on niggas. Got some super friends in the Legion of Doom. They blowing purple shit, they keep me high like the moon. Yeah, I'm an affiliate.
Cannon.
I know hit men. I'm an affiliate. I know hit men. I'm an affiliate. I know hit men. I'm a hater like you. Fuck my wrist then. Niggas sneak dissing. And that ain't how we play. No, fuck with mine. Get your drama like the DJ. Dramatic nigga. Now tell me I ain't real. This AR that I'm holding got a gangster brain. Now tell me I ain't real. This AR that I'm holding got a gangster brain. Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue. I leave blowing these beats. Got diarrhea flow. Man,
I'm shitting on y'all niggas.
Even when I'm constipated, I
still shit on y'all niggas.
Got some super friends
In the Legion of Doom.
They blowing purple shit. They keep it high like the moon. Yeah, I'm an affiliate. I know hit men. I'm a hater like you. Fuck my wrist then. Niggas sneak dissing. And that ain't how we play. No, fuck with mine. Get your drummer like a DJ. Now tell me I ain't real. This AR that I'm holding got a gangster grill. Went from old school Chevys to Beamer Coupes. Got 100 niggas with me.
Everybody gon' shoot.
Try me, nigga. That's your first mistake. Eat
your little ass up like a Centrell plate.
Hope high like domino. Yes, indeed. Try to stack my bacon up. I need extra cheese. You can try, dog, but it ain't easy. Mix the flake with the soda. Yeah, young G's. You still wanna talk blow, man? Soft white like a common snowman. Re-up on the first and again on the field. Yeah, we trap or die, nigga. We trap or die, and all these hoes love a nigga cause they know that we the truth. Got the Chevy same color, Tropicana orange juice. Yeah, we trap or die, nigga. We trap or die, nigga.
Yeah, I'm back up in the hood again, where it's all good again. Riding candy slab, gripping on the wood again. Out of line niggas, get back in place where you should have been. In case you don't understand, I'ma make it understood again. King of the underground, my gangster will never fail. You about to make me go postal for fucking with my mail. Yeah, you got the connect, but you ain't got the clientele. You the folks and niggas know it. This shit ain't hard to tell. Red bitch, recognize that your cheese ain't finna sell. Think I'm finna break some bread with the feds, you dumb as hell. I've been around the block before, sold it all for rock the blow, and I don't fuck around. When them feds in town, I got to go. Respect my mind, cause I'm a trill, old schooler. Summertime get too hot, I wait for winter when it's cooler. UGK for life, free to pimp, you know the deal. And PAT, you trap or dying, we ain't down for getting killed.
Smoke perp by the pound, goose by the field. Re-up on the first and again on the field. Yeah, we trap or die, nigga. We trap or die, and all these hoes love a nigga cause they know that we the truth. Got the Chevy same color, Tropicana orange juice. Yeah, we trap or die, nigga. We trap or die, nigga.
We think like mathematicians, move like mobsters. It's about to be a grizzly winter, nigga, a straight monster. Real nigga. I'm posted up with my big slaps, big stacks, big straps. You don't wanna feel that. Street addicts, get a buzz from the hustling. Fuck the government, we got our own, the trap publicans. Chili pimp niggas don't know the first thing about the block. I'm 279 grams of straight drop out the pot. Real street niggas, all the ghetto hoes on our jock. When I hit the strip, all my troops listen while I talk. This what I tell them, take these yams, little man. Break it down, get back, see a couple grand. And don't talk to square niggas, you know, SpongeBob's. Kanye West niggas, talking through the wire, dog. Watch for goonies when you got it, niggas wanna rob. Employ staff and quarterback them like Greg Favre.
Shout to the Super Friends, Michael Fahrenheit, Shot Kim.
Yeah.
Beat to the Doom Kool-Aid, what's good? Big shout to the big old DJs. Honey Gamante.
Got the Chevy same color.
Fernando. Magic City, they gon' bump this.
Die, nigga. We trap or die, nigga. Hey, what's the dealio, man? What's the good old big deal with the good old peoples, man? It's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. It's another free smoke. What y'all motherfuckers got going on in the chat, man? Y'all in here quiet, shaking in y'all boots. I'm not going to get on y'all ass today like that. Not like that. No diddy. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing to be scared of. Shout out to my boy Greedy Vegan in the building. Seeing you with the Wake and Bake Grand Rising show. Do your thing. That was a fire one. Definitely enjoyed it though. Shout out to Greedy Vegan, man, giving them the solutions to what the next generation need to take heed into. Shout out to Big Dog Philly OG in the building, man. We got 706ers, man. We got Focus Mind, man. You understand what I'm saying? We got OTK, man. Where you been at, man? Where you been at, OTK? You ready to lock in? Jordan. Jordan. What's the deal? We got the general of the Tether Task Force in the building, man. Salute to everybody that's in the building. We do got the general to the Tether Task Force in the building, man. So salute to the general. Y'all already know the vibrations for the nation. OTK, where you at, fam? You know, we supposed to have some smoke, nigga. You challenge the God. So where my boy OTK at? You know, we supposed to have some smoke. I know you've been busy. This your season. I know you grinding, getting it in. For sure ski. Man, we got Ravenhawk in the building, man. Ravenhawk done snuck up in the chat, man. What's the good old big deal to the elder, man? What's going on, man? Shit, I can't call it, might spoil it, young blood. You know how them old heads be talking. They slicker than worm sperm, man. Motherfucker, 80s slang was crazy, man. 80s slang used to be crazy as hell, man. I was listening to some shit the other day, and it was an old 80s shit. Motherfucker said, whoop, there it is. I said, damn, that's some funny ass slang. Niggas really used to say that shit back in the late 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Imagine they come up here and be like, damn, whoop, there it is. Look, there you go, whoop. That shit funny as hell to me, how lingo and slang changes over the years. But yeah, man, salute to everybody that's in the building. It is another Free Smoke Friday with your brother Aboriginal Power. We want all the smoky smoke. We want all the smoky smoke. Let me drop the link in the chat just in case somebody acting like they don't see it. I know my brother OTK just passed through, but where he at? You know, I know the tethers they don't even jump on these type of conversations. So yeah, man, what's the deal, man? What we doing? What are we doing, man? Let's see. I'm gonna just give it some time, man. I've been noticing some things with some of the brothers and sisters, man. I've been noticing the American Indian movement completely falling off, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know why, but I kind of want to get into some of the reasons. Do y'all even think that it is, or do you think that it ain't? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that it's falling off or not? I think it is, man. I just think that a lot of these people just don't care about the information. Um, and they just don't provide any adequate resources. I think that a lot of the American Indians that I've been running in contact, along with Aboriginals as well, they lack any type of methodology. They depend on pure regurgitation, and they lack substance. They lack substance. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like you know, we want to see something. And if you ain't got nothing to provide, that's fine and dandy as well. But if that's the case, then that leads more reasoning to why the Aboriginal slash, well, I ain't gonna say Aboriginal, we'll say a Black American Indian movement is kind of falling off. It's because a lot of people don't have real pride in it like they did once they came into it. Now that a lot of people are pushing the information, you're seeing it everywhere. It seems like the morality has dropped. The consistencies of information being spreaded, people looking for new lanes because there's ultimately unlimited lanes when it comes to detailing your ancestral histories, inventions, or innovations as it pertains to the Black American Indians that's being in America. Okay, that's being here in America. So we got to really make ourselves. We got to ask ourselves, why is it that a lot of these people why is it that a lot of these people are failing to understand the connections? Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. All right, my bad, y'all had to step away, but we back, we back. Hey man, somebody hit the panel, man. Why y'all acting all scary and shit, man? Why y'all be all scared? This ain't gotta be no debate. Y'all could bring some intelligence to the table. Just half of the time y'all don't. So it turns into a debate 9 times out of 10. And it seems like the modern day philosophy about the American Indian conversations uh has fell off. There's nobody standing on none of their information. There's nobody really doing the information. There's no battling of the minds. Absolutely not. Chief Crazy Overstanding. That's ultimately what brought in a lot of information. Different people having these different perspectives and it being challenged in the controlled in a secure environment to where the viewers can ultimately uh, observe the entire discourse of the conversation. You see what I'm saying? But I want to spark that new set of energy and hopefully these brothers catch their second win. Uh, we've been doing the Sunday classes every week pretty much. We give it a break every 2 times. I think we go three weeks straight and give it 2 weeks off. So we got one more week, whatever we're gonna get it in this week. This Sunday, we're gonna get into Sunday's classes. And I think you guys are really gonna really appreciate this up and coming Sunday's class, especially when it pertains to some of the indigenous peoples here being credited. Like when we start talking about Britain, early history, you got to bring up the indigenous mound builders. They went out to Britain. Don't know if y'all know that or not. But that's another conversation we'll get into. Some of the indigenous ancestors in North America migrated to the area that we call Britain before any people was there. Nobody was there. And the few little wandering tribes that was there, they got ran out. You see what I'm saying? And that's some deep history. But yeah, man, I just think that it is falling off. It's sad to say. But I wish a lot of brothers would get that energy and just, focus on doing their genealogy, doing some historical research, talk about their cities, talk about their states, make it fun and attractive. The information that we get into is quite absolutely boring. It's absolutely boring, by the way. But you got to learn how to make it entertaining and make it easier for the family that's listening in to digest. And a lot of people, I think a lot of people are getting tired of the argument shit. They want to hear solid builds. One person come up, drop to something that was already being said. The next person come on to add to that what was being said. And next thing you know, we just built the whole conversation off of the last hour or two off of just build it on history, adding the blocks where they supposed to go. You know, understand what I'm saying? That creates structuring. That creates an understanding, a foundation of understanding to the indigenous or Black American Indian perspective. You see what I'm saying? But when a lot of people is really lying and in denial and just making up stories and adding in shit to their history to try to seem like there's something that they not, which I don't know why. You know, when it's all said and done, man, what's going to be written on your tombstone is what you actually did for the most part. What's in that obituary is the impact that you left. So if you're not going to be able to leave these impacts on people, man, what are you doing it for? You want to be able to leave a positive impact on people. You want to be able to leave something that they can deposit inside their memory bank to pass on. See, money, clothes, cars, land can even go away. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing that can last generations, maybe even for thousands of years, is the philosophy and impact that one person has. So, you know, we got to start working on, you know, our perspective and how you impact people on a daily basis. You see what I'm saying? This is duly noted on public Gregory records. And some of you guys, you know, gonna come back and look at this 20 years, 10 years, 5 years later and be like, this was absolutely baloney. You know, a lot of people gonna say this was absolutely baloney. We should never ever even said half of the stuff, done half of the stuff. And I can even admit to myself being on YouTube in the public forum with this stuff on records. You see what I'm saying? And going back and listen to some of my older content and be like, man, I was totally wrong. I was incorrect here. Well, I had it wrong right here. Not that I had it wrong based off of me not knowing, I had it wrong based off of new information coming about. And so a lot of people are intellectually dishonest when new information comes about. You know, they sometimes they don't go with the new information because it may go against their philosophy. It may go against something they've been teaching or something that they're emotionally connected to. You see what I'm saying? So when something changes and you know and that particular change affects your philosophy, one will feel like they're being attacked even though the information is just being attacked and it needs to be updated. A person that has been teaching that particular information could personally feel attacked because he's emotionally connected to it. You see what I'm saying? And so I always teach people, man, never be emotionally connected to any of this information, any of these perspectives, or any of these philosophies. You know, there's things in history that we do know. There's things in history that we don't know that we're trying to figure out. And there's things in history that we don't know and that we would never know and that we're not even thinking about to even figure out. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, having these intellectual discourses ultimately opens up the door for elevation of the mind. It progresses and forces people to challenge and find new information pertaining to one's perspective, philosophy, or theories. But when one hypothesis, philosophy, or theory isn't being uh, isn't being ultimately energized by research, isn't being backed up by research or any type of data, then it's just a lie or hearsay. Just really, at the end of the day, it's made up. When somebody can come to you and be like, man, listen, I don't know, I just made this up, I ain't got no proof behind it. You know what I mean? Even though they ain't gonna say that, they gonna make up all these little reasons, but overall, a lot of shit don't be having no proof, man. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all niggas, man. We got to start having these conversations in peace, build in peace. If you coming on with an argumentative mentality, then that conversation ain't for you. You see what I'm saying? If all you know how to do is challenge and you can't look at something then add on, then you're emotionally fried as a man. You're emotionally fried as a man. And I think that's one of the main things, man. So we got to just lock in and do what we got to do as indigenous peoples. We got a lot of history. There's a lot of stuff that's been covered up. There's a lot of twisted parts in history. There's some bullshit that we learned that we don't even know is bullshit that we're adding on to the new shit that is possibly more accurate. So it's just a lot with it, man. We just gotta. You can't never be too comfortable when it comes to this shit. You feel me? I just don't think that you could be too comfortable when it comes to this shit. But shout out to the real ones in the building that's been rocking out since day one, continuously to spread this information on the internet. You see what I'm saying? And continue to keep waking your people up. Continue to have these conversations in person because ultimately that's what kind of catapulted everything in. Y'all having these conversations outside of YouTube in y'all personal life in y'all neighborhoods, that's what really catapulted a lot of this information to the next level. You see what I'm saying? That's what really took a lot of this shit to the next level. Y'all don't even know the work that y'all put in and was telling and was repeating. It's so beautiful. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we just gotta, we gotta do more building than arguing. A lot of these new motherfuckers come around, sit on people's panels. I'll say names, but shout out to my boy Smoke. Smoke do what he do. He opened up the platform for motherfuckers to utilize, and they don't utilize it to teach. They utilize it to start chaos, arguing, confuse, troll, and all the shit that kind of goes against the morality of what the American Indian Aboriginal community stand for. A lot of the earlier platforms never trolled. They never dealt with straight chaos. It was dedicated to some form of information, whether it was going in on the deep history with A1, the pyramids and the archaeology with me, the DNA with Ab TV, the morality with Empress Hober, the genealogy with Sister Betty, the overall scope with Dane Calloway. You see what I'm saying? The intricate American Indian traditions with Top Cat. I can keep going on and on about brothers that actually created lanes, and when they got into their lane, they broke down information pertaining to that, and it was useful and it was impactful. Right now, we got to get it together, man. We just got to get it together. Yeah, man. So look, let me drop the link in the chat, man, because uh, we here for the morality boosters. We're here to get shit together, man, with the family at the end of the day. Chief Crazy Overstanding, shout out to you. Shout out to Country Ray. Shout out to Sister Betty in the chat. I didn't even see everybody in here. That I greet everybody. Let me go through. Yeah, that's everybody. But yeah, man, we just got. I rather a lot of them people do that, and I rather a lot of people start focusing in on that because if you listen to a lot of these platforms, it'd be a bunch of just chaos, lying, trolls, disgusting behavior sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be disgusting behavior. It don't even be no dedicated information. Nobody's once I've seen in the whole time Smoke had his channel going within the last 2, maybe 3 years that he's had his channel going. I've never seen nobody be like, hey man, can I use your channel to do a show once a week? I'm gonna provide information. I don't want nobody on the panel. I'm just gonna drop information. I haven't seen one person do that. Well, maybe besides myself, but I don't. I'm talking about these other niggas that been over there. You see what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no information. They're not dedicated to research, and they only depend off of regurgitation. And it's sad. It's sad to see a lot of the new brothers and sisters coming in that community without no research dedication, without no adding to the table dedication. You know, this is my own personal observation of what I've seen, and I got the absolute proof to go and show y'all that the merit of conversation from 6 years ago have changed from today in totality when it comes to information, substance, or anything. There's no there's no interesting topics. There's no intellectual people. There's no people bringing no information at all, and nothing is source driven. It's absolutely despicable to see a lot of these new brothers and sisters just sitting around trolling and driving it into the fucking dirt. You know, that's just me personally. But we got Auntie in the building with us. Shout out to Auntie.
Hey, Bap. You making a lot of good statements, and I have to say it's true. But I do miss the older times because when I don't mind having fun debating with a Pan African. To me, that's fun. I don't see that as a fight of humiliation, but I see it as a battle with resources.
To
It's more,
establish one's
yeah,
claim, right?
it's more fun to debate a Pan African. I don't think it's cool fighting another Indian. And that's what the problem is. We didn't fight with our research that we have as Indians. We
Mm-mm.
used it to fight other people identifying as other things based on
Right.
like the Bible and being, different. They get their religion in the way of their identity. Religion is not identity. It's so it's just the fun is gone. And I guess we're still here. Me, you, Chief, A1, we're all still here. We just gotta be back together. That's all.
Yeah, and I think I'm working on something in particular with a couple of other brothers. We're going to dedicate some time after week to do a
And
show.
like Top Cats,
Uh,
he's Indian.
yes,
We're
absolutely.
all still here. We just have our own channels, but I think we need to come together because Indians don't need to be fighting Indians
No,
or
definitely, definitely.
Aborigines or however. I
Well,
see no
even
benefit.
the reason they're fighting because they don't have nothing to talk about. A lot of these new ones don't have nothing to talk about. So it's going to lead to fight. It's going to lead to trolling. It's going to lead to bullshit chaos. You see what I'm saying? And you're
Yeah,
right. A lot of the brothers do got to start coming back around, which I know life be lifing. You see what I'm saying? Life be lifing. You see what I'm saying? But we got to work with what we got, and there are people in the community, and I do like that there are new people coming in the community. I just rather them dedicate their time to doing research and coming
yeah,
together and building and stop being a separator or a divider or a challenger all the time. Add to the conversation. Everybody's
Right.
not going to be right, so that means that if we know that, then you got to find what parts that is right and add on to it. You know what I'm saying? Because these people will find anything to argue with. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, I've been, doing the genealogy thing since 2019, and I want to, I'm moving in a whole different direction. I'm not going to be doing genealogy no more online because I feel that all these years people should know their genealogy, but I'll never stop genealogy. But I'm moving into the legal aspects and getting people to understand, you know, their protections, because a lot of people don't understand their protections and where to go for their protections. Like, they don't understand that the federal court is the court that protects us. It's the federal court because the federal courts were established to protect individuals from state harm. When I say individual, I literally mean individual. And
yeah,
that's what they were established for. And people, I'm gonna start going deep so that they can really understand. We have to educate our
yeah, I've
community.
been telling people that too. The federal law, which is the Constitution, right? Your Bill of Rights, your amendments. These are the things that was created to protect you. These are your last weapons in defense against tyranny. You feel what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
Yes. And with the new ruling that came out, that was a dagger. This the newest ruling that the US Supreme Court justices came out with, because now federal courts can't use state policies and shit like that to render their decisions. And that was the newest decision that came out. So I'm like really excited about that because that's going to help a lot of people. They can only use federal law now and constitutional law. They can no longer use employers' policies when they're rendering their decision. They have to literally apply the holding federal law. So that was awesome. That's awesome. So, the state courts for a long time have been trying to get rid of federal district courts, and it's just not going to happen. So
yeah,
I'm going to be moving into that on my channel.
that's dope. Getting into that particular field, yeah, that's dope. Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta switch it up. Sometimes you feel what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
got
because it's
to.
law, and that's just been my career, and I love doing law. I love lecturing on law. It's my strongest point is law.
And there's a lot of different laws. You see what I'm saying? So, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? So that if you go look at my first 11 live streams and videos on my YouTube channel right now was about law, strictly law. My first YouTube channel, my first live stream ever was on somebody else's live stream that they
Mm,
invited me on, and that was about law. They was like, "Man, we want you to come on and break down this law." I used to be in the chat going hard on law, Sister Betty. You hear me?
yeah,
I'm talking
law
about
is
hard.
so
I don't even go into it because a lot of people really don't understand the ramifications, nor do they understand the legal definitions of things. They think social definitions apply and legal definitions, and it really don't. It don't. And when we're looking at
right.
something totally different, we're looking at a set of clauses and bylaws that is your actual rights. Bill of Rights were put together, designed by our people. You see, they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you about the federal government and these bylaws being created. They took anti-federalist laws and added them into the federal law.
See, I'm taking baby steps with the community because even a lot of seasoned attorneys don't even understand
That's
federal
true.
rules, federal rules of civil procedure, and that has just been, my strong points. Even it's just been my career, and I really want people to understand federal law so that when they do get an attorney to represent them, that attorney is going to know that they have of a client that's very familiar with federal rules of civil procedure, you know, jurisdiction, how what's supposed to be in a complaint, when you file a complaint. And I'm gonna go real heavy on that on my channel because I can teach law. I just can't practice it.
Yeah, no, you go in on it. I think that'll be a good lane for you. I'll definitely be there listening.
Yeah,
Give you some of that insight because there's some intricate things that a lot of the public may not know just because of the procedure processor. You see, a lot of people don't understand that there is a process, and when you're dealing with the branches of law, federal law, legislation, executive, and judicial, they have different processes that they go through. You see what I'm saying?
right. They
One
need to
determines the
really
law, one
understand.
interprets the law, one enforces the law.
Yeah, they our people really need to understand how to fight for Title VII,
All right, let's
civil
ask the
rights.
chat right now. What is your First Amendment rights right now? Don't Google neither, nigga. Don't chat GPT. Y'all some busters if y'all do. Tell me if y'all do. Do you know it, Sister Bacon,
Nah,
your
it's
First
20.
Amendment?
It's 26th Amendment.
Yeah, but the first 13 really is your rights. That's what they call the Bill of Rights.
Right,
All the rest of them is cool, but they not necessarily rights, right?
right. The Bill of Rights.
Right. So the First Amendment is applied to the Bill of Rights. What is the first five? What is the First Amendment? Matter of fact, what is the First Amendment? What is all five elements of the First Amendment, Sister Betty?
Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion. It's a religious right. That's the
What
First
else?
Amendment.
Well, the First Amendment got five elements to it.
Well, when you
It's
say the elements, are you talking about freedom of speech,
okay.
freedom of the press?
Freedom of the press. You googling it, ain't you?
Right. No, I'm not. I know the Bill of Rights, Beth.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know it like verbatim, word for word,
Well,
but
no, you got it. You spot on. The freedom of speech, the right to assembly. Go ahead. What else you said?
and the petition to government
The
for
reason to
redress
the
or
right to
grievance.
petition.
Yeah.
What else? You got two more.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, you said religion. That's four. What else?
Yeah, I said religion. I did. I said religion, freedom of speech, press, and the right to assemble and shit. All that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know them rights, man.
I do. So yeah, I'm gonna really go in. I'm taking the baby steps so that they could really, really understand it. Because a lot of people don't like going to federal courts, and that's because they don't understand that the courts were designed to help United States citizen. That's why they were established.
Right. So yeah, I see Rootworth's trying to get it. So the First Amendment is freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to petition, freedom to protest, freedom to assemble, and
Yeah.
freedom of religion. Okay.
And the
You see what
second,
I'm
the right
saying?
to bear arms, all that good stuff. But yeah, they need to know. They really need to know.
Hey,
They
root words.
and
What is the Second Amendment in all the elements of the Second Amendment?
You have a right to connect and protect anything that's connected to your arm. You have the right to use it as protection. But you got to go through the First Amendment to get to the Second Amendment. That's how I interpret the law. Like a lot of people interpret these First and Second Amendments, but how do you use these Second Amendments? How do you put it into action? People say, "Oh, got the right to assemble. You got the right to do this and do that." Show me. I digress.
They do it all the time. If you go watch the videos called First Amendment auditors, they go around exercising their First Amendment right, which is the exercise of freedom of speech. They
mm-hmm.
exercise assembly, and they also exercise what's the other one that they use? I
Freedom
forget.
of the press.
Oh yeah, press. They
Just
use press,
government.
but that's how they videotape, right?
Hey, bro, auditing any type of civil person that's working civilly for us, that is not the First Amendment. That
Well,
is federal law.
if you work for a government agency, right? Does it say if you work for any government agency, then there's not civil. You're under federal duty. You have no civil. You have no citizen rights. You're not
Oh,
operating as a
they
citizen
have a
under
civil
U.S.
duty.
duty.
They have a civil duty. So what I'm saying, anybody under civil duty, that's not connected to the First Amendment. That's connected to auditing and making sure that these people do their job right. I'm thinking y'all interpreting the law wrong, but I digress.
Oh,
No,
y'all, what did I interpret wrong? I
I
know
apologize, beautiful. I'm in ad power. My fault. I'm shut.
no.
My fault.
When you got a government agent, they're not under civic duties, civil duties. They're under government agents. They're government employees, public employees. Okay, government, public, county, public, city, public. That's our shit. It's all formulated, controlled, regulated, and funded by your money, my money, our money. Okay?
How does that have anything to do with the First Amendment, brother?
Because the First Amendment is federal law, which if federal taxes builds the building, then all of our federal rights is protected under that federal building. That first one will be the First Amendment, freedom of
I don't
press,
mean to take you to
freedom
school,
of
man.
religion, and freedom of assembly. That's protected. So, for instance, if you go to a post office, which is a federal building, you got the right to freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech in these places. And they cannot violate that. If they do, they go to jail. You know why? Because these laws are well established.
Ad power. Sorry to bust your bubbles, brother.
Go ahead.
There is not no word in the amendments. There's not a word that is federal or federalist inside of the Constitution. That's separated, called the Federalist Papers. So once again, I'm not saying you're wrong for saying that we can approach them people. Yes, we can approach them people, but that's not dealing with the Constitution, especially the First Amendment. And I digress.
I'm not understanding what you're saying. Are you saying the Constitution is
we're not
not
understanding
federal?
what you're saying.
Are you saying
Okay, you're saying that the people that's auditing them cops and everything, that's dealing with the Constitution. I said that's impossible because you just said that's dealing with federal law. So I'm just letting sure you know that the Constitution has nothing to do with the Federalist Papers. Them were two different entities made at two different times that go against each other.
Okay. I didn't hear the part about the Federalist Papers.
No, I didn't. I'm just like, when he said that it was under federal jurisdiction, I'm not saying you wrong saying that we don't have a right to check these people if they do something wrong. I just don't think that's dealing with the Constitution, First Amendment. That's all I'm saying. And I think that I interpret the Constitution different every time. Like when they say you got the right to organize, bro, that's talking about getting.
Can I explain? Can I explain
Go
to
ahead,
you?
brother.
Obviously, I think you might be just literally confused. All right, of what I'm saying. The Constitution are rules and guidelines that the federal government have to abide by. That's as simply as I can say it.
They explain what they do is they explain the U.S. Constitution. That's what they do.
Well, not only that, because there's three branches. You got the ones that explain it, ones that interpret it, and ones that enforce it. Judicial, legislation, and then what's the other one? Judicial, legislation, and fuck, I forgot the other one. Sister Betty, hit me out.
I'm sorry.
I forget the other branches. All the three branches of government.
At the federal level, it's Congress, it's the U.S. Supreme Court justices, and the district courts. judicial district courts. With the states, you have the you have the state, the
Oh
governor,
yeah, that's what it
and
is.
then you have the
Exactly.
Congress. I
Well,
mean,
I was talking about
the
federal.
legislators.
Well,
Oh,
I was
federal
talking.
level.
Yeah, so
Federal.
federal is judicial, uh, executive, and legislation. That's what, right?
No, you have Congress. And at the federal level, you have Congress. You have the U.S. Supreme Court justices. You have Congress, and you have the district courts.
No. I know that's what they call all those particular three branches. The three branches of government is called
Correct.
Congress. Right. So instead of saying the three branches of government, they say Congress. And that Congress is
No,
made up by
no,
judicial.
Congress is separate. It's separate. It's separation of powers. You have when you're talking the branches of government at the federal level, you're talking about Congress. Congress is makes all the laws. Then you have the U.S. Supreme Court justices who interprets the law, and then you have the judicial districts. Okay, they enforce the law. Okay, Congress makes the laws. The U.S. Supreme Court
Yeah,
justices.
but what I'm saying is, so Congress is set up with two parties, right?
Yes, they have the House and the Senate.
The House and the Senate. And the House and the Senate is the ones that actually pass laws, right?
I just said that.
Right. That's the
Right.
legislative branch. So the
No, it's
judicial.
not legislative, honey. It's Congress. When you talk legislative branch, you're talking state level. State have legislators, and they have the
I don't think so, Sister Betty.
yeah, states have the legislative branch. The three branches of government at the state level is the governor, which
I'm about
is
to
the three. I'll
I'm about to
even
pull it
type
up. I didn't want to because I'm going off of what I know and what I kind of know, what I think I know. Let me just say that, what I think I know, right? What exactly is Congress and as it
at the
pertains to
state level.
laws?
All right,
Is
at
it
the state
federal
level,
or is it state?
that's federal level. State level is the executive branch, which would be the governor. Then you have the legislative branch, would be the senators and representatives at the state level. And then you have the
Let me
third
write that
branch,
in.
which is the judicial branch. But the powers, officials, and responsibilities are different from the federal government. The federal government has Congress, okay, which is kind of equal like to the legislative branch because both branches pass laws. Congress passed federal laws. The legislator at the state level passed state laws. Those laws only apply to that specific state. Congress, on the other hand, laws apply to the land. To the land, they overpower the states, and that's why when you get involved with the Supreme Court justices who interprets the laws, and it applies to the entire land. So that's the difference between federal and state.
Yeah, but so you telling me that Congress ain't the federal legislative branch?
Congress, all right. I'll put it.
What I'm saying is the three branches of government is federal. And if Congress falls under that, then that's federal as well. And I know that the Congress, which is the House and the Senate, is the one who passed laws, and anyone who passed laws is legislative branch. Anyone who's interpreting law is the judicial branch. And the ones who take you to jail for breaking those is the executive branch.
Okay.
That's all I know.
So okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, you can say that too. The legislative branch, they make the laws, Congress. But at the federal level, they're called Congress.
Right.
Hey, bro, y'all both are right, but y'all mixing up my interpretation of Y'all both are right. It's a state level. You know, we know that there's states in America,
But we was talking
and then
about
there's the
federal
federal
law.
government. But when the
But we're talking
Constitution was made, the federal government wasn't in Washington, D.C. yet, bro. And I can't believe people is forgetting these federal papers. It's just essays from these men, and it didn't even get established until Washington, D.C. came around. But I digress.
Right. They are essays. That's why I did mention that they're essays. But they're essays, they actually interpret the the U.S. Constitution. And the
I'm just
reason
trying to
is right,
separate the two the best way I
85
know how. That's all.
Okay. So we have it here, BAP. At the federal level, they're both they're different. One's higher than the other. The federal is always higher. Always. But when you're dealing with federal law, you're only dealing with the Constitution. The United States Constitution. You follow me?
Yeah, I know. I'm with you on that. I'm with you 100%.
Right. And state and at the state level, they have their constitution.
What I'm saying is the Constitution created all branches of government, is what I'm trying to say. In the federal aspect.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
That is absolutely right.
Right. And what I'm saying, those particular branches are judicial, legislative, and executive.
Correct.
Right. That's federal. And what I'm saying is and they got names for it, so they don't say the three branches. So in federal, they wouldn't say legislative, right? They say Congress because it's
well, they say both legislative.
I gotta disagree with that because my fault, Sister Bethy. I just looked it up. You know what I'm saying? I just looked this up and it's saying that you're right though, Power. It is in federal, but that's not the whole story. It started with the state. It started with the United States Constitution.
Started with the state. The state laws was here before the federal law. We know that.
That's not my fault. That's the only point I was trying to make. I apologize.
Yeah, we know the state laws was here before the federal law. But what's crazy? What we're trying to tell you is that federal law trumps state law. So if there's a state law that goes against the federal law, that's called diametrically being opposed. You understand me? And automatically federal law wins that. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
I'm just glad that because I was on a different topic. That's all. Well,
that's what Sister Bethy started off. Federal law is your protection. It trumps all state laws that obviously got laws and penal code ordinances that are set up to harm you. Federal law protects you from that. Am I right or wrong, Sister Bethy?
Yes, federal law protects you from state harm.
That's what I'm telling you. That's a fact.
Reclassification of a people is state harm. Right. And you have to go to a federal district court to get justice.
Right, because they're violated what?
Your
rights.
Civil rights. That would fall under civil rights.
So that would fall under your civil rights. Actually, Bill of Rights, the right to autonomy, the right to self-identification. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere in the Bill of Rights, civil rights, that you're violating.
Hey, can I when we talk about the Bill of Rights? I know this sounds crazy, but I mean it don't sound crazy. But the point I'm trying there's different jurisdictions in America when the Bill of Rights was made. The capital of all of the Americas was Baltimore and New York. And then 80 years later, maybe 100 years later, that's when the federal government came in with Washington, D.C. So I ain't saying it's our enemy or our friend, but we really got to look at that. And I digress.
Well, that's true. It's always good to look at it optimistically. And like I said, the Bill of Rights are just your first 10 amendments. Those are your direct rights to protect you from tyranny, law enforcement branches and shit like that, judicial branches and shit like that. You know what I mean? The right to have a fair trial, things of that nature all falls under them 10 amendments, those Bill of Rights, the right to freedom, the right the freedom of speech, the right to assembly, the right to represent any religion you want, the right to protest, the right to, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that fall. And you got your Second Amendment, your Third Amendment, your Fourth Amendment. You see what I'm saying? Your Fourth Amendment, that's a good one too. That's the right to hide your identity. You got the right to stay private and anonymous in public. You know what I'm saying? You ain't
I
got to
just
know,
think
you
that the
know,
feds is
no
a sneaky
searches or
crook.
seizures.
I just don't think that the feds is the supreme law of the land. I think it's the supreme law of the land for the subject of races.
Well, listen, put it like this: if you at a county jail, and you know how they be treating you in them county jails with words, it just when the feds come visit, they straighten up. They get good food, everybody clean. They get, they straighten up when the feds come through. You know that, right?
Get your cell phone.
And the big dogs, they don't play no games. The law of the land.
Now, if we talking about these people are lawful or the law, like we understand what they did after the Civil War and what they've been doing, it's the feds. My
Well,
interpretation is that the supreme law of the land is in the state.
the
But we're
supreme
not
law
in
of
the
the land.
state. We're dealing with races here. Whatever race we are, we're dealing with races. That's what give that
Let me
district power.
That's
No, what we're trying to tell you is the supreme law of the land is in your constitution. The constitution is the law, is the rules for
US,
the feds.
the United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
Right. It's the rules that the feds have to go by. You know who
That's right.
created those rules? Go read the preamble.
The states.
No, it didn't. Go
The
read the
states
So if
have
the
preamble.
their own
states have to go
individual.
with so if the feds gotta
No, listen.
abide by the state government,
No,
go ahead,
No
bro.
root words. States have their own individual government. If you want to see who created the laws that the feds got to go by, you got to go read the preamble, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The feds though come with the Constitution. See, that's what that's what y'all is. That's what I hear people, and I might could be wrong, but
okay. When
y'all
you're saying
confuse me when you
feds, who
say
do you
go read
mean,
the
Rootwork?
preamble of the government. I mean, of the Constitution.
I think you
That's
just want
not
to
dealing
argue,
with the
bro. You
Federalist
were just
Papers.
talking.
Them are two different things.
I
No,
think you just want to argue, bro.
root
Because
word. No,
you
root word.
absolutely.
The Federalist Papers are the papers that interpret the Constitution, and the Supreme Court justices read those papers to interpret the U.S. Supreme Court Constitution, the U.S. Constitution. Don't get them mixed up with the states' constitutions. Now, the states do have their own constitutions, but they can't be in conflict with the U.S. Constitution. That's why
What I'm
lawyers are
saying is,
able. That's why lawyers are able to file to bring actions against a state if their constitution conflicts with the U.S. Supreme Court Constitution.
what I'm trying to say is, the Constitution to me and everybody else, when they feel like it, say it's the greatest piece of it's supreme law of the land. When y'all feel like saying, I say, okay, what is the supreme law of the land? The Federalist Papers, the feds, the only reason they're here, it even says it in their bylaws. It says it when you first look it up, is to change the Constitution.
No, I disagree, Rootward. The Federalist Papers were, I'll even read that for you. I'll look it up here. Just give me a minute. I'm absolutely sure that the Federalist Papers are how they interpret the U.S. Constitution, and that's definitely the truth. Let me just go back here. Let me see the federal. I'll just type it in. Fuck it. All right. So here it is, right here. All right.
You talking about the one that
Federalist
was written in
Papers.
1787 or
Yeah,
1788?
it's 85 essays. The Federalist Papers are 85 essays written in 1787 to 1788 to explain the U.S. Constitution and convince the public to ratify it. They are the foundational interpretation of the Constitution, the closest thing we have to the framers explaining what each part mean and who wrote them. Three men wrote them under the shared pen name Publius. Alexander Hamilton wrote 51 essays focused on strong federal government, executive power, and national defense. James Madison wrote 29 essays focused on separation of powers, factions, checks, and balances. And John Jay wrote 5 essays focused on foreign affairs and national unity. And so the Federalist Papers, like I told you, they are used by Supreme Court justices, federal judges, constitutional scholars, lawyers, civil rights litigants, and anyone interpreting the Constitution.
I mean, look, I'm just interpreting like, look, it's in our face that these Europeans are here to change the Constitution. They're here to lobby. It even says it I put it in the chat. Lobbyists, like that's the worst problem in America in our politics is all these outside lobbyists. And it starts with the Federalists. These foreigners, that's not even a state. They're not even a state. It's a jurisdiction.
I mean, you do put up a good argument because those Federalist Papers were kind of going against the Articles of Confederation at the time. They was kind of trying to poke holes and claim how weak it was and that a new government would be a lot more powerful, especially if they had morality, pride, checks and balances and things of that nature. So, yeah, that's actually a deep conversation, though, to get into. I can see Rootworth's kind of point. You see what I'm saying? Which, America was split between Federalists and Anti-Federalists. You see what I'm saying? So that's
they didn't want that system.
Right. That's how the Union ultimately formed, is with the Federalists having those agreements. Part of those people that was part of the 85 essays that was wrote actually were part of the Union and play instrumental parts to the Union being formulated, which ultimately led into the Civil War. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm not anti-federalist at all. You have some people that are, and that's only because they want to harm its citizens. The states don't give a fuck about its citizens. So if citizens are harmed by the state, where you go is to the district courts, the federal courts, because they're designed to help the individual from state harm.
Right. And a lot of people back in the day before the federal government, it was just state laws and constitution. A motherfucker, and by the way, at that particular time, it was ran like individual countries with individual boundaries and borders with strict restrictions. You see what I'm saying? So you could catch a murder case in Virginia, be on the run, and go and skip town before the marshals come get you, and go to Texas and become the mayor of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Literally, this happened all the time before the formulation of the actual federal government.
Yeah, and a lot of the states, and they still do, if you ask me, they still exercise unusual and cruel punishment.
Yeah, there's cases right now that I read where people whacked somebody for a double murder, killed some lawyers out in Virginia, escaped the bounty, went to Texas and became the damn mayor.
Like if
tons of stories like that.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Like say someone got caught with a $5 bag of weed, right? And they get arrested and then they put them in jail for 20 years or 10. That's unusual and cruel punishment.
Yeah, and the state laws, there was no protection against that. The state laws had already established that.
Hey man, y'all know we talking about the CIA and the
no, we're talking about
the feds now. We talking about the feds and the CIA, right?
No, we're talking about state laws long before the feds was even created. We're talking about how state laws affected you, like Christian.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The stuff that y'all saying. I mean, I heard y'all, and I'm like, we talking about the feds, y'all. We talking about like the CIA and the feds, y'all.
We're just talking about government. No, when we said somebody whacked somebody and ran, no, there was marshals around. Wasn't no feds around. There was the marshals. You familiar with the marshals?
No, what I'm saying is what y'all said was frivolous compared with the feds and the CIA have done. It's frivolous.
Well, we won't say that federal agencies don't commit crimes because they do, but they're also held liable under the Constitution too. There are federal policies that are passed that's inconsistent with the U.S. Constitution. So the Supreme
Right.
Court is always fixing those laws, fixing them.
That's the reason why police officers get charged with crimes that normally they wouldn't, because they got qualified immunity in state ordinance. But when they go in front of the Supreme Court, which is federal, they get looked at and by all waivers of manners and whether or not they violate it. And like I said, if they violate any of those constitutional rights that are well established, the judge strips away the qualified immunity that the state put up, and now he's liable for lawsuit and other criminal action. Excuse
Oh
me.
yeah.
So yeah, and that opens up for civil suit. See, a lot of these officers are protected, so that's how you get these lawsuits of $250,000 because somebody violated somebody's civil rights and took them to jail.
Shit, you get 50 million. You can be awarded by a jury $50 million just for violating someone's First Amendment right.
That's a fact. That is a 50 fact. That is a real case.
Your ass is in hot water when
and guess what? That's a real case where people got paid out too.
Yeah, 50 million. Juries do not play when it comes to their First Amendment rights. Oh hell no, they'll hung your ass. 50 million. That's only one constitutional claim. Imagine they have multiple.
That's why I try to say is
they got to follow federal law. All states got to follow federal law. You see what I'm saying? They do have their own individual state law, but when it pertains to violating any of those, if what I'm saying is if your state laws violate any of the constitutional rights that you have, that's a violation. That's diametrically opposed.
Bro, I can't say y'all wrong, and it's just difference of opinions.
I can give you federal court cases though that they already won in court though.
I'm talking about the stuff you're saying is cause they have lobbyists, bro. The definitions say these people are here to lobby and change the Constitution. Ratify it, my opinion. Ratify it.
They could try. They could try. Lobbyists can try and change like a state constitution. They can change it all they want, but the minute it's in conflict with the federal U.S. Supreme United States Constitution, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
You got to change it. They got to change it back.
Yep.
It won't fly.
They did it. I seen
you have lobbyists and you have lawyers. Lawyers are coming for your ass.
I've seen state governors and mayors put up state laws in places like post office where they said that you can't film. No filming in the post office. And people took it to court, Supreme Court, and they challenged them, and they went to court and won because the state.
You mean not laws, policies.
Policies.
Policies can be challenged.
State policies, excuse me.
Yep, state policies can be challenged in federal court.
Yeah, because they go against the United States Constitution. You can't put up no state policy that says no filming in a federal facility when the federal facility falls up under the constitutional right of freedom of press. You see what I'm saying? So you can go and look that up because that's a real case.
Mm-hmm. That's all policies that states make. You got laws and policies there is totally different. Like just the like in your state, BAP, they have a constitution in Tennessee, and the state agencies in Tennessee could make a policy. Those policies can be in conflict with its own state's constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they have lawyers, because lawyers always challenge them. And they have to, their order to.
Yeah, that's what state attorneys are for. The general or the general master.
Yep. Policies can be challenged.
A lot of people don't even know what a general master is.
So this the kind of stuff that I am going to move to, because I just think that our rights need to be clarified with the people. And when I say people, I mean all people, all United States citizens, all of them. I'm not just sticking with one race.
Yeah, because laws don't play by colorblind.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's colorblind. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But our people was just non-biased like that. So when you get into the preamble, who established these things, well, who ordained it to be established, speaks a lot. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm going with my channel back, because
I
I
like
want
that. I come over there and listen
to
all the
move
time.
away. Yeah, I got something set up now that I'm gonna do. I was gonna do it today, but I was tired. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Um, I'm gonna start it tomorrow, but it's gonna be a series, so they fully understand the purpose of federal courts, district courts. The judge, the district judge, is more like a lawyer for the plaintiff, basically, because everything you tell a district judge as a plaintiff when you file your complaint, they have to believe it to be true.
Mm.
They're there to protect the individual until it's challenged by the defendants.
That makes
So
sense.
yeah, and that's what they're there for. And no, that's what folks don't want you to know, that the federal judges have to believe what the defendant wrote in their complaints. But and I also want to let them know that it's always good to demand a jury trial, because that's where you're going to get, even you make it better for everybody when you get a jury trial.
Yeah, jury trial.
So I'm going to go through all of that and getting them to understand it, so that when they do hire a lawyer and it seems like a lawyer is neglecting to do something, they'll be able to have a better communication with their attorney
Right. So you know that
and understand and know,
if
like,
you
you're
know
a
you
piece of
innocent
shit.
on something, you feel like they're trying to build something against you, for instance, you want to have a jury trial, you want to introduce a speedy trial. You don't want to give them all the time to make up shit, go find people, make up witnesses. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's certain procedures and angles to do when you're dealing with these legal procedures in a federal jurisdiction.
Yeah. My focus is more with the civil rather than the criminal. I would do criminal later, because that's the degree I have into criminal justice. But my focus is more going to be civil, for
Okay,
civil
civil is dope.
cases. Civil, yeah. So that's where I'm going on my channel. And I like to speak with a lot of lawyers, because a lot of lawyers, they'll tell you they don't know every damn thing. They really represent you in what they specialize in. But I really feel sorry for people when when they get a damn judge appointed to them. Oh, that's fucked up, man. They could get a judge that only know about real estate, don't know shit about law, criminal law.
Nah, that'd be facts though.
And they'd be like, well, you need to take this 10 years and get it over with. And be like, fuck no. Public
Shit, man.
defenders.
I'm probably about to get up out
They're
of here.
the worst. You got some good public defenders, but man, I seen some people get real fucked up by public
I
defenders.
mean, some of them are not wanting to advance themselves. So a lot of the public defenders just going to stay public defenders and retire probably as public defenders. So you got to really find the ones that are dedicated and motivated to start their own law firm, because their projection of getting a law firm is going to depend on the cases that they actually win. So they're a little more motivated to win cases than other public defenders, is the way I would look at it. You see what I'm saying? Like when you look at Bruce, I forget his name. They call him the $1 billion lawyer. He started off as a public defender. You know what I'm saying? The one that's I think he's representing Lil Durk. He started off as a public defender. Uh, Bruce Steen, whatever the fuck his name is, the one that just did Young Thug, he started off as a public defender. So some of them that do want to go private will put in the work as public defenders, but the ones that don't plan on going private, they're gonna do whatever the state do. They're gonna have relationships with the judge and the DA and all kind of shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't like state courts at all.
So yeah, man, you gotta find you one. If you is gonna get a public defender, ask that motherfucker, do you plan on going private soon? Seriously. I need to know these things. A lot of people don't even know what conversation to even have with a lawyer. No, man.
And then they go by all these codes. Oh God, they all the codes. They be on code.
Well, you know, it's the British, what is it? British
Somebody made that up. British Accredited Registry. There ain't no goddamn British.
That's what the bar stands for. That's what the bar stands for, Sister Betty.
I thought it did too.
It do. That's exactly what it stands for. 100%. What's the deal?
BAR is not an acronym. It does not stand for British Accredited Registry, Board of Attorneys Registered, Barristers Association Registry, anything with periods between them, the letters. Those are internet myths and have zero historical or legal basis. The meaning bar is a word, not an acronym. It comes from the wooden barrier in Old English courtrooms that separated the public from the area where judges, lawyers, and officers sat. Only licensed advocates were allowed to cross the bar. So it has something to do with the seating area and the position of the courtroom. Passing the bar, being admitted to practice law. The bar equal the legal profession. Bar association equals the group of licensed attorneys. There is no acronym behind it. So stop believing these goofies.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask one thing to back up what they saying though. What is an esquire?
Esquire is, let me see. Damn it, I used to know this by heart.
Okay, Sister Betty, I appreciate you for teaching me something different. I appreciate that 100%.
Say that again.
I appreciate that. I learn something new every fucking day. Well, at least I try to. Well, I do.
Esquire abbreviated is a honorific title used in the United States to indicate that a person is a licensed attorney.
It comes from wooden railing in the courtroom, is what I just looked up. That's crazy.
Yeah, it just means a person who.
It literally means a literal
esquire
that kept lawyers on one. So, damn.
Jane Doe Esquire. It's a.
But I'm asking, why are all lawyers and attorneys esquires? And the word esquire comes from the Queen and comes from England.
Esquire definition. Esquire, abbreviated ESQ, is an honorific title used in the United States to indicate that a person is a licensed attorney. That's it. It's not a rank. It's not a nobility. It's not a government office. It's not a secret society title. It's not a bar association requirement. It is simply a courtesy title placed after a lawyer's name. Where it comes from. The word.
Okay, now let me read my definition. This is Wikipedia.
I'm reading where it comes from. The word esquire comes from the English tradition. Originally meant squire, a young man serving a knight. Later became a polite title for men of social standing. Eventually adopted in America as a professional courtesy for lawyers. But you got it now, Woodward.
I'm agreeing with you that the bar
This
might
is
not mean that we can't look it up. I'm agreeing with that. Like, hey man, that's crazy that they said that and there's no evidence of that, but I have to back that up that you got to be knighted in to be a lawyer. You got to go through some type of knighthood. It says that. I agree.
Mm. Well,
well, it goes back to even deeper than that. It goes back to like Old English. It's a French Gaelic word that goes back to knight, trying to be a knight, and overall, someone who's training to become a knight or a gentleman of higher social standing is the origins of it. It may be applied and used different, obviously, in America.
I don't I don't know, but I just that's the direction I want my channel to go to. I want them. My whole purpose is to get them to understand the district court and their purpose. I am so glad I wasn't born in the Dred Scott days because that poor man ain't had nobody represent him right.
Right. And he was American Indian.
Yeah,
But
I'm so glad I wasn't born in those days. Oh my God.
hey, but listen, I gotta get the hell up out of here. Truth, what you got going on, gang?
Oh, where's truth in there? I can't even see nobody in here.
Yeah, work. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
Get money.
Get
Some
that
money.
money. Get that money, True.
Man, get that chili, bro.
Get that bag.
Get that bag, bro.
It's a
Get them.
bag. It's definitely a fucking bag.
Get the
Thank
motherfucker.
on me. Salute to the government.
I'm done with you. I'm still confused about this boy. I know you got to go back, but I'm still confused about this poor boy Nolan. It's just so sad. Everything that I'm hearing, I oh God, it just makes me cry. I don't even know how his mother is holding up so strong.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'm gonna cover more about that too, though. I've been wanting to. Matter of fact, I might cover that because it is sad. And a lot of them lawyers like Crunk and Al Sharp to just turn into a big DNC rally movement. So
A former judge said that it was a cover up. Black dude, I forgot his name. He came out and said it was a cover up. He was a former judge. Yeah.
The more and more my conspiracies come together, conspiracy theory is that every time something happen like Nolan dude or a great person die, they just gave $660 trillion to somebody. That's just my analogy of this shit. They about to pull something wicked over. It's like, well, we're gonna give all these people that money.
yeah,
Shit. Without a grass money.
Understand that why they removed his trachea and his lungs and all this shit. It's crazy.
yeah. The other coroner did the original coroner did that, but they still haven't released no statements on any of the autopsy and nothing like that from the initial one. But from the independent one, they couldn't really do too much, anyways, because they didn't have the crucial parts to even examine. So,
What
like I
did
said,
they get? No, aren't they supposed to get permission from his parents to remove his body parts? Did she give them permission to do that?
I'm not for sure. I got to get into more details about that.
Fuck.
Y'all know how wild America is, though. I'm sticking to the subject.
No, we about to roll out, bro. I gotta go.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
I gotta go. I
You
got some
said it
shit.
like an hour ago.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
for
know.
having us up, man. It was a powerful bill, brother.
well, I
Yeah,
hope I see y'all tomorrow on my live. I'm going in.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there.
I love y'all.
Me
Y'all,
too.
I
Love
guess
you
Smoke
too,
will be
Auntie.
on. I'll listen in, but I don't go on the panel.
Yeah, I might listen in.
I'm
Depends
gonna
on what
listen
type of
in.
arguments going on. I holler
Okay.
at everybody, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be safe.